Hello, hello, it's me, Janette. How are you? Hope you've been well, hope you've been amazing. I know it's been a while, but I'm back with a collage with me video, and this is going to be sort of like a Valentine's Day themed kind of action going on because Valentine's Day is coming up, and I absolutely love Valentine's Day because I love all the hearts, I love the pink, I love going to the stores and just seeing all the fun displays. It's just a really fun day. And what's funny is that, like, Lovey and I don't really do much on Valentine's Day, but I just love seeing little hearts here and there. Anywho, I'm going to be doing a collage in my heart-shaped journal, and these are some layouts that I've done in the past. So I just do some crazy collages in here where pretty much I try to just cover every single nook and cranny of this page. And I'm going to be showing you only half of the... I start off with the intention of doing both sides of the heart, but I end up only doing the right half. Okay, so here is the caddy that I've traveled with this past Christmas when we went to go see family. I took all of my, well, not everything, but, you know, just like stickers and a few sticky notes and glue, obviously, and some scissors. And then I had all of my Christmas December daily kind of stuff in there. So I took this whole thing with me, and I did end up using it, which was good. But anyway, I just kind of have some other random odds and ends in here. So I'm grabbing everything that's pink, anything with hearts on it, anything that just kind of has that Valentine's Day vibe. And the glues that I'm going to be using are rubber cement and Elmer's, just a glue stick, an Elmer's glue stick. Now, it's been a while since I've used rubber cement, and I forgot how I don't really like it. I mean, it's okay for some things, but I end up regretting using it later. So if you've never done a crazy collage, all you have to do is, just grab a notebook, grab a journal, and just start putting a crazy amount of things on the page. I usually start with larger elements, so if I have any kind of journaling cards or project life cards, those are usually 4 by 6 inches or 2 by 3 inches. So I start off with those and just kind of create like a base layer. And this time around, I'm grabbing a lot of sticky notes that I've had in my stash for years and just larger elements. I'm going to start with the large things and then work my way down. And what ends up happening every single time is I end up covering these things, these large sticky notes, with other layers on top. And that's okay. That's fine. I don't mind that. Usually I try to just kind of leave a little bit of the bottom layer peeking through, but if it doesn't happen, it's no big deal. I'm not sure if you've ever tried collaging in this way before, so let me know in the comments. I absolutely love hearing from you and learning more about you. For me, it's something that I've always loved. I'm thinking even all the way back to 7th grade or 8th grade. I saw one of my classmates had like those binders. Remember when you used to decorate your binder? It had that clear front pocket. So yeah, I remember seeing a collage on there that one of my classmates had, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I need to do that. And when I finally got around to doing that, which, it took me a while because junior high, but after that, I just absolutely loved collaging stuff. And I've always loved going crazy with collages. Even... yeah, like they've never been, you can sometimes collage in a corner of a page or just kind of keep it more simple and not go crazy with so many layers. But something about just layering the heck out of a page makes me really happy. I love being able to just sit there for an hour and play with the elements, rearrange things. It honestly, sometimes I think it's much like life in general. Like, I'm trying to find a home for every little piece, and sometimes those little pieces can go on a certain corner of a page, but they'll also look good on another corner of a page. And no matter what home you choose for it, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be beautiful. I know that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my head. And I think it reflects my life, because it's kind of been a crazy time. But I know that no matter what I choose, no matter where life leads me, it's gonna be good. So I don't have to worry about it. If you've heard any kind of like weird sounds in my voiceover, I do apologize. It's my puffy jacket because I'm sitting in my car doing this voiceover, because it's a lot easier to do it in the car than to do it inside and try to keep all the puppies from barking. But anyway, so yeah, that's fun. Fun times. Anywho, on with the collage. So if you want to try this, honestly, just grab everything. The best tip or advice that I can give is to try to stick to a color scheme. That'll make it so much easier to do this. So I don't know if you've noticed, I'm kind of going for pinks, a little bit of blues, a little bit of black here and there, and then some like hot pinks throughout. It really does help to kind of stick to a few main colors, and then kind of find, different things in your stash that will go with that. Kind of keep that color theme consistent. I hope that makes sense. Something else that I think about when I'm collaging, and this is probably even crazier than that last random thought that I shared with you, but sometimes I envision all these different collage pieces as people. So, whether it's a die cut or a sticky note or a piece of ephemera, it's, they're all beautiful. They're all different. And I want so badly for everyone to just get along and live in harmony on my collage page. That's seriously all I want. There's just so much, not to get political, but this isn't even about politics and division or anything like that. It's more just like, I wish people knew how much more that they have in common than differences, I guess. And I've grown up with so much division in my own family, and it's just, why can't people just get along? That's all I want is, you don't have to agree on everything, but we can live in harmony and be a beautiful hodgepodge, a beautiful collage on a page. Okay, I'm done with my abstract thoughts now. Thank you so much for your patience with all of these weird, crazy rants. But anyway, back to the collage. A frequently asked question that I get is, where do you get all of your ephemera and, die cuts and whatnot? So a lot of them are things that I've collected over the years. Sticky notes are mostly from the Target dollar spot, or things that my pen pals in the past have sent to me, or of course, the occasional Michael's, Hobby Lobby purchase. And then die cuts and ephemera are also, a lot of the ephemera pieces that I have are also things that I've bought probably online and that I've just collected over the years from, scrapbook.com or Hey Little Magpie when I lived in the UK. Or also printables, which there's a lot of all the American Crafts collections that you can buy hard physical copies of. You can also buy digital copies of. And so I do have, I want to say about 4 digital collections that I've purchased from acrafts.com. I think that's what it's called, which stands for American Crafts. AC Crafts? I can't remember now what it's called. Oh my gosh, AC Crafts. I'm pretty sure it's AC Crafts. And that's where I get a lot of my digital printables, and then I just print those up and fussy cut those. Or if you have an e-cutter, like a Silhouette or a Cricut, then you can buy those printables, and then you don't have to fussy cut them, because then your e-cutter can cut those for you. And then a lot of the other things, a lot of my ephemera also has come from my very generous former pen pals. And then there's a lot of other pieces that I've made myself. And I've done some stash building sessions on some past live streams on my YouTube channel when I used to go live twice a week. That was really fun during the first wave, during lockdown. That was really fun. So you can try to go back and find any stash building that I've done there. But generally it's like I do stamping. I'll just do a heck of a whole lot of stamping on patterned cardstock or plain colored cardstock, and then I fussy cut those things out. So like the model here on the left, the fashion girl on the left, that is a stamp, and then I just colored her hair with like watercolor. Also, I have a lot of die cuts like this one that I'm tucking over here behind this stack of lovely books and this coffee cup. I have a die set for that is just in my stash. So I'll also do building my stash, but with like die cutting. So I'll just have an afternoon where I die cut a bunch of dies from my stash, and I tend to die cut all of my paper scraps, and then that way I'm using those and those aren't going to waste. And then I'll just die cut for like 6 hours, and then I'll have a massive stash of little elements and die cuts to use in my future projects, and those especially come in handy when I'm doing my collaging. Again, I apologize for the very loud puffy coat. I'm hardly moving. I don't know why it's so loud. So note to self, do not wear a puffy coat in the car when you're doing a voiceover. I'm going to have to bring a blanket, a quiet blanket. Anyway, next I wanted to talk about gluing these things down. I try not to put a lot of glue because I change my mind many times, and then I end up wanting to add more layers or to add something behind a die cut. So it's a lot easier if you don't glue down. Don't do perfect gluing, just do a little bit on the back or the center of your element, and it'll be so much easier to remove if you need to change your mind, and you can always tuck things in the back. This is especially handy with adding sticky notes. So I'm going to be adding sticky notes to that top corner. You can kind of see I already did one. That light pink polka dotted sticky note where my hand is right now. I just slipped that into the back of the base layer so that I can cover all of those little white spots there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the whole journal over and just give this a trim, give it a little haircut so that you can again see that it's a heart-shaped journal. I hope that makes sense. So again, just don't use a lot of glue so that you can change your mind about things and pull them off easily, especially around the corners. Don't get those corners. Don't commit to the corners, and just add a little bit of glue in the center of each of your pieces. I've added some more floral die cuts to this page, and now I'm going to flip this whole thing over and give it a little bit of a haircut, give it a little trim, and I'm not going to throw away those misshapen pieces that I end up cutting off, because I'm going to tuck them where I can, if possible, behind that base layer so that I can use up all of my scraps. I'm going to give this a final trim, and then the last thing I'm going to do is to add little phrase stickers or just other little tiny stickers that I have, and try to cover up all those white spots that I missed, or kind of just adding. I have a Me and My Big Ideas sticker book that has a lot of little hearts in it, so I'm just using up those hearts throughout the layout and just kind of giving it an even more intense Valentine's Day theme vibe. So I'm going to be adding some more stickers throughout. We are coming to the end of the video, just adding those final touches here and there, and things that I changed my mind about. Just this bottom, these sunglasses wasn't feeling the sunnies after all that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your patience. I'm sorry for the terrible audio quality and just the crazy talk, crazy collage talk. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me for a little bit, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are.